Is there any harm in telling his name? They're not likely to meet. Jason doesn't even go to the same school I do. Jason, my boyfriend and I broke up before I moved, Christy says. But I think Ryan likes me. His mom works at the community center where I volunteer. Did you know the community center is sponsoring a summer dance? It's for kids aged 8 to 17. You could ask Jason. You volunteer. I need to change the subject. Yeah, with the preschool day camp. It sounded fun when I signed up, but they want me to come every day now. And with going to Dad's every weekend, I haven't even had time to finish unpacking. I glanced to her dresser, to the framed photograph of a man standing with a dog. My friend Melissa's parents are divorced. She's in California for the summer with her dad. My parents aren't divorced. She says it so sharp, I gasp. I'm sorry, I thought because they're just separated. Christy reaches up to twirl a piece of hair in her fingers. They're just taking a break for a while. It's so quiet, I can hear birds outside and cars driving past on the road. Christy holds the very end of the lock of hair and it spins back, falling against the path of freckles across her nose. Want to shoot some baskets? She asks, pushing her hair away. I don't know which box my basketball's in, but it's in the garage somewhere. Sure. I can't help checking off a list of differences in each room we pass through. No locks on the doors, no little kid videos next to the TV, no safety plugs in the outlets, and a box of cookies left out on the kitchen table. No one worried someone will eat them all at once. Christy's garage is full of boxes, bikes, rakes, a snowblower, and a clutter of other things. We open boxes until we find her basketball. I hope you're not real good, Christy passes me the ball. I'm only kinda good. Me too, I say relieved. We play one-on-one until I see Dad pull into our driveway with David. David runs up the walkway to our house, clutching his video. Hi, Dad smiles, coming toward the fence. It's a nice surprise to drive in and see you next door, Kath. First, I've told him not to call me Kath because it sounds too much like he's calling me a baby cow. And second, why is it such a surprise I have a friend next door? You need to get David a new tape player, I set up for a shot. The one he has keeps pulling his cassettes apart and I have to fix them. The ball bounces off the rim. Can't you say hello first, Dad asks. Hello, but don't forget, I'm sick of fixing his cassettes. I'm Catherine's dad, he nods to Christy. It's nice to have you and your family in our neighborhood. What do your parents... Oh, wow, I checked my watch. It's getting late. Yeah, I have to start supper for my mom, Christy shoots the ball. I'll see you. Definitely. I get the ball and pass it to her, loving the hollow thump it makes hitting her hands. I'll be in a minute. Be in a minute, Dad calls. I need to get something from the car. I walk home, easy as you please. In the living room, I can barely keep from skipping past Mom reading the newspaper on the couch. Next to her, David shakes his hands with excitement as a video preview plays on the TV. Did you have fun? Mom asks me. The newspaper pages make a whispery sound as she folds them. Christy seems like a nice girl. I nod. David slaps his legs with his hands. Rated PG for adventure, action, and peril. Jason missed you today, Mom says, and my happiness deflates like a balloon with the smallest hair. He said that? Well, actually, what he said was, tell Catherine, all gone, stinks a big one. Mom looks over the top of her glasses, giving the long, what have you been up to, young lady stare. Who's Jason? Dad says from the doorway, a teasing smirk on his face. A boy at David's OT place. I watch Dad's eyebrows shoot upward and I roll my eyes. He's just a boy. It's not like he's a boy or anything. Oh, I almost forgot. Jason sent you something, Mom says. It's in a bag on the kitchen table. PG-13, David shouts. Parents strongly cautioned. I stroll, ho-hum, to the kitchen, but I'm curious. On the table, I find a paper bag and reach inside. My fingers touch something tickly cold. I pull out a big bunch of carrots, the feathery green tops attached. Untangling a carrot from the bunch, I imagine Cinnamon and Nutmeg in their cage. Shuffling through the shavings, drinking from the water bottle, I snap the carrot in half. From down the hall comes a crazed burst of squealing, then a shriek, Quiet, pigs! By the time I reach my room, David's standing in my doorway, his hands over his ears. Sorry, I push past him. Go back to your video, they'll stop in a minute. Cinnamon and Nutmeg jostle each other, their front feet high against the side of the cage. Out of my way, fatso! Who are you calling fat hairball? That carrot is mine! I toss carrot bits into the cage, and a shaving flying scuffle breaks out, finally settling into happy chortling and chewing sounds. A trickle of guilt curls through me. Why can't the world be simpler like it is for guinea pigs? They only have a few rules. Crying will get you attention. If it fits in your mouth, it's food. Scream if you don't get your share. But I can't make it up to Jason on Tuesday. I already know how. Sorry, it says, but I can make it up to Jason on Tuesday. I already know how. All right, I will see you tomorrow. Our next chapter is called If It Fits in Your Mouth, It's Food. Hope you have a great day.